At first, I wasn't gonna cover this because I'm getting kind of bored with the story, but it keeps popping up in my suggested news feed on YouTube. But there's a couple of things here that I'd like to talk about that are, well, mm, I have some thoughts. First of all, Eugenia and Jeffrey are constantly talking, making a joke about her being shackled. Um, no, I don't think anybody thinks that she's like the Frankie children in Judy Hildebrand's basement, right? Nobody thinks that. What we think is that you're a 29-year-old woman who doesn't have life skills and you still live with your mother and she travels with you as an adult to monitor you. And your best friend seems to be incredibly domineering. But anyway, let's talk about this little Halloween story. Let me roll it back a little bit. I don't know if I got it to the right spot, but let's see what we got here.
If I was or music, if I was really into it during a part of my life that was like, a little bit more difficult for me, or it helped me through some.
By the way, this is Oh Lordy, it's Jordy's channel. And he seems to be doing videos about Eugenia like every single day. He does other content as well, but this seems to be his favorite topic. And with the loss of Matthew Perry yesterday, it becomes even more important because we don't know exactly why he died. He drowned in a jacuzzi. There was apparently no drugs or alcohol involved, but he did have a history of anorexia and addiction and alcoholism. And these things damage your vital organs. So he apparently had been playing pickleball earlier in the day, and then something happened. I don't know if he just, there are stories that people can just pass out in jacuzzis, and you should never go just by yourself. You should always go with somebody else present because the steam, whatever, it can actually knock you out, right? And apparently, I don't think he was drinking. I have no idea. I don't know what's going to come out about that story, but I literally just dropped a comment about Matthew Perry on one of these other videos covering Eugene Cooney recently and said, yeah, it does happen to men too. It happened to him. All right, let's go.
Thing, and they made more seasons of the TV show, or they ended up making more music, and that sucked. I will purposely avoid exposing myself to that because I do not want it to tarnish the image of what once was. It's like, oh, this means so much to me. I don't ever want to lose the distorted sense of reality or what I've built this up to be in my head with something new. I don't want to bring in new information so that it might tarnish the good that I have with this.
Right.
But, I guess I guess that's just like a different way of describing ignorance is bliss. Should we move on from this?
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to something else because there really wasn't a whole lot left on that portion of the footage. So this was, I believe, earlier in the night. Yeah, it probably would have made sense for me to do this and then the footage that I just did, but we're going out of order. We're being a little quirky like that today. Is that all right with everyone to be a little bit quirky?
Hey, you guys, so we're gonna do makeup on stream today. Hello, Brookler. What's up? How are you? I'm not dead yet. I know. Isn't that crazy? I know people always come in. They're like, wow, Eugenia, I thought you died. But, yep, not yet.
Pretty soon.
What did I get at Jeffrey's store, guys? Honestly, way too much. I feel bad about it. It's like...
Oh my god. Not yet. Not yet, everybody. I mean, to hear that while she's sitting there in a skull and bone.
Well, on top of it, she's so thin at this point that she could collapse at any moment, and it could literally happen on her live stream. And perhaps that's why Deb monitors her so closely. Because if it does happen, she's going to have to shut off the stream and get her medical attention. Right? Maybe that's why they're watching her so closely.
Mesh long sleeve. It's just, I don't.
Jeffrey's one of like the kindest, most generous people ever. So it's hi Jeffrey. Hey. People are just like, what did you get at Jeffrey's store?
By the way, if I'm doing a job, if I'm on a Zoom call, that's like, a meeting. If I'm doing a live stream, I'm not going to fucking shut down my live stream right in that moment so I can address somebody who walked in the room. If this is my job, which this is her actual goddamn job, I'm not going to stop talking to my audience so I can address somebody who walked in the room. I will gracefully make a transition. I'm not going to fucking interrupt the conversation. This is why I say this woman appears to be completely dysfunctional. And her mom is doing no good for her.
And I was like, it was like the best thing. Like, you should not have to get, like, I was just telling them, like, I feel so bad taking anything, but you're so sweet and it's just such a good time. So, yeah.
You're the best time. I'm so glad.
Hey, Deb, who pays for the house? What's your job? What do you do all day? Is your entire job babysitting your daughter? Your 29-year-old daughter? Do you earn any money? Or do you expect her to just, pay for everything? What's happening here?
You just got to see it.
Thank you so much. I was so happy to see it. It's the most beautiful store ever, so I think everybody should go. Yes.
Sorry, guys, I'm just sending a line over here to my friend.
Oh, look at that! Yay! Jeffrey's like the best sniper on the Zap ever.
Jeffrey, it's Eugenia's stream. Why are you fucking overtaking it? Give her space so she can get her fucking job done, so she can get her hearts and bullshit fundraising that she does on her stream. That's so gross. You remind me of a friend I knew in high school who just wanted to keep pretty people around him at all times. And at the same time, he was just verbally abusive to us constantly. What the fuck with you? Oh, I make more money than you. I can buy you dinner. I can take you to this place. I can take you to that place. So you need to just put up with my bullshit, right?
Oh, that's so cool. She looks really familiar.
That's Vanna. She did.
Jeffrey's amazing. Jeffrey's the best. Jeffrey's awesome. Everyone should go watch his TikTok. Everyone should go shop at his store. Everyone should. I just feel like after this trip, after she gets back and everything, it's just, she's going to amp it up. It's just, I feel like now that she's attached herself to Jeffrey, it's like a little kid with dinosaurs. You know, like how little kids get attached to one thing, and it's like all that they, their whole personality is dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. Everything's dinosaurs. Like for her, Jeffrey. Everything's Jeffrey. I've heard though that she's going to LA because remember they said the thing about going trick or treating in LA after this. So I don't know if they're flying from Wyoming to LA. Well, they'd probably go Sunday or Monday, and then be there for some type of event on Tuesday. But I'm not sure if she'll just.
Yeah, they're probably going to fly from a small airport in Wyoming out to a small airport in LA. So it'll either be probably like Burbank or Long Beach, because I don't think that they're going to want to deal with LAX. And both of those are like really old school, like 60s style airports. But the reality is, what he's leaving out of this is that they said they were going to go trick-or-treating in Beverly Hills. And let me tell you how that looks. When I was a sophomore at Hollywood High back in '89, okay, my brother and two of my friends and I went on Halloween night into Beverly Hills to trick or treat. And every single door that actually opened the door was a maid who just sent us on our way. We got no candy. It was a complete fucking waste of time. So here's what I predict is going to happen if that is their actual plan, because they're so stupid that they don't know that rich people don't goddamn open their doors. Okay. This is what I think is going to happen. They're either going to end up partying in West Hollywood or doing something entirely different, like finding a Halloween party of like one of their friends that they happen to know in LA. Now, if they wanted like an actual, and I'll put this out there for like everybody else too, if you want an actual like folksy Halloween experience that's like kind of suburban, you're gonna get candy, you're gonna see some really decorated houses. They've been working on it like all month. You go to the block party at Laguna Beach.
Just go straight home.
Your own makeup tonight.
Oh wow, I thought it was a filter.
I know, so did I.
It's so
I
good.
almost insulted her by saying, "Is that a filter?" And she goes, "Look, I did my own makeup," and I'm like, "Oh my god,
What? Oh my
it's
gosh.
so beautiful."
It came out so
Because she does
good.
fitness, so I didn't think
Yeah.
she did makeup, and I'm
You
like,
wouldn't normally think so.
beautiful,
She's so talented.
beautiful,
So cool. I could be like, oh, is there like a cool new like avatar filter?
right?
See, he could walk in there and be talking about the same person and say the exact opposite about that person, and Eugenia would agree. Oh, this woman looks horrible. Her makeup's awful. She's supposed to be a fit.
Well, I think the important point here is that they never have any real conversation. All they're doing is praising each other or talking shit about other people, right? They never talk about like current events or about things that matter. And that's why it's like, it's really hard to watch this shit, but for some reason YouTube keeps putting it down my feed. It's hard to watch shit like this because like these people clearly, they're not conversationalists. They don't know how to actually talk to other people around them. And so all they do is express emotion and are hurting themselves. You know, like Eugenia is starving herself to death. I don't know what's going on with Jeffrey, but he clearly has some like, if that's how you handle a friend that has an illness, you take her shopping for guns. Wow. What do you think she's gonna do with a gun? Other than maybe go to a gun range and have some fun with it that way, but like, that flimsy frame is never, even with a gun, she's not going to be able to defend herself. This is like the craziest ass story. I guess that's why I am still looking at the videos, is that it's such a crazy story that like, I don't even know what to do with it, you know? And it makes me sad because she's the same age as my son. And I couldn't imagine if she was my child that I would ever let her get to the place that she is now. I couldn't imagine it.
This page doesn't really look like she's doing that well, and Eugenia would go along with it.
That's amazing.
Hey y'all.
Oh, guys, say hi to Jeffrey. He's the best.
I just did my skincare routine.
Oh my gosh, it's looking so good. It's like this Jeffrey's skincare
Now
product.
just watering the plants with Deb.
Yeah, oh yeah, you and Dad, you know, you guys like, they love to water plants together.
We had a merry
Oh
old
my
time.
gosh, that's amazing.
What are you gonna dip into today? This?
That's what I was
But I want you to
thinking.
use something else.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
What else could I use?
Okay.
Like, see, I wish I would have
Just for
like
fun.
bought more.
Oh, I have them all.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll just show you a few and you say yes or no.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Wait, Jeffrey, you're okay with me like using those?
I really want you to do this one today.
Oh, I love
I know.
it. It's like one of my favorites
Yeah.
ever. Oh my gosh.
Let's
thank
go.
you.
I'm
Thank you
feeling this
so
one for
much.
you today.
Oh,
Oh
see?
my gosh, and
See?
Jeffrey, like,
Isn't it beautiful?
See, he's trying to sell makeup. He's trying to sell makeup. How you doing, Jeffrey? Is that working out for you? Are you feeding her? Are you making her eat?
Only if you want to use it.
100%, yes. That's one of my favorites ever. So, I
Which
do.
one is yours?
Oh, good.
This looks brand new.
Okay, so mine's. Oh, or did I? Probably it's gonna be that one then. Mine's gonna probably be a little bit more.
Yeah, this is yours.
Yep, that's mine. But are you sure you're okay with me
Yeah.
using it? Oh, Jeffrey, thank
Are you
you.
in that kind of mood or do you want something brighter?
Honestly, no.
It's almost as if we're seeing someone from like 2009, like an 11-year-old girl who has meet and greet with the Jonas Brothers. I mean, I have never seen a person do this like so much. You know, like the being excited, hands folding over mouth kind of thing. Like an 11-year-old meeting their like Justin Bieber meet and greet. Oh gosh. Are you sure that you want me to use this palette? Are you sure that I can open up your refrigerator? Are you sure that I can get a free candle at your store? Oh.
Cremated? I always love using that one.
It's like she's made a friend for the first time ever, and she wants to desperately try so hard to not screw this up.
Like, it's always one of.
Well, okay. I'm only going to cover that much of it. I mean, what it looks like is a very passive-aggressive friendship where he knows that he's getting a huge benefit from being able to jump in on her live streams and usurp her audience. And he needs to pay that back by keeping her happy, giving her presents, having her stay at the ranch. Hopefully he's feeding her. Hopefully he actually cares for her safety and well-being, because it seems like he's just using her at this point. Very much like my friend, in air quotes, that I knew in high school, who wanted me to hang out with him all the time because I met the criteria of the look that he wanted around him. And he was also a gay man like this who was a bit older than me. He was in college and I was in high school. Right, Jeffrey? That how you roll?